Hey everyone, welcome back. So this is the third video today. Hope you guys are having a great day. Markets were actually pretty good today. We'll look at all that, but we're also going to take a look at which miner has the lowest cost to mine BTC. So this is for their Q3 results. This has taken me a little while because we were waiting on a couple of the miners. I believe it was DMG still hasn't provided. Argo and Iris still hasn't provided their numbers, so they're excluded from this list. But we'll also look at the market, see how they did today. S&P, Dow, NASDAQ were all up. BTC and Ethereum are still up. They're not closed for the day yet, but we'll look at all that. And then we'll take a look at the Bitcoin miners as well, see how they did today. It was kind of a mixed bag on those guys, okay? So as always, you guys know the drill here, not financial advice, for entertainment only. Do your own research. I'm investing in following coins and companies for full disclosure. And if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out. Okay, so let's take a look at the markets here. The S&P finished out the day at 2.28% on the upside to 3895. Dow Jones was up 2.13% to 33,630. And the NASDAQ was up 2.78% to 11,040. So we're above the 11,000 mark again. That's a good sign. Bitcoin is now up 0.64%. It is at 16,932. We have reached a high today of 17,027 and a low of 16,670. So we are in between that a little bit on the higher end, which is a good day for us. If we can get above 17,000 and close at that, that'd be great. But we'll see if that happens. Now looking at the 4-hour chart, we can see here that the RSI, for some reason, what's causing us this problem here? What is this line over here? I'm not sure. What is that line from? Is that a line that was drawn? Potentially. Okay, we'll leave it there. And let's take a look at it here. The RSI right now is at 64. For some reason, we had this huge dip here, but I'm not seeing it here on the chart. Let's go to auto. There we go. That's better. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So that was our wick down. And we are now at 65. Last time we were back here just a couple hours ago, or a day ago or so. Price was lower at that point. We are still going up higher, so that's a good sign there. Looking at the 1-hour chart, we can see RSI is at 64. Last time we were here was back in over here roughly. Price was lower. Price is now higher, so that's a good sign as well. Ethereum is up 1.12% on the day. It is right now, let's see, what was the high today for it? It was, the high for Ethereum was 1,276. The low was 1,234. And we are right now at 1,266. So let's take a look at the 4-hour chart on that one as well, and the 1 hour. And we can see RSI has come down to 67. Last time we were back here, price was lower as well on it. So that's looking good. 1-hour chart, let's take a look at it. RSI is also coming down a little bit here to 63. Last time we were back here was over here, looks like roughly. Maybe even back here, but price was lower at that point. So we're still looking pretty good on the 1-hour chart on it. Okay, let's take a look at the miners here really quick. ANY was down today 1.18% to finish out the day to 26 cents. Argo was down 11.25% to $1.42. They've had a really good rally here in the last 8 to 10 trading days. So I'm not surprised that we're seeing a little bit of a pullback on them. Profit taking, I'm sure. BitDigital was down today 6.15% to 73 cents. Bitfarm was up 4.03% to 54 cents. CleanSpark was down today for a second day 2.78% to $2.10. Cores was up today 9.38% to 7 cents. DigiHost was up today 2.72 to 51. DMG was up today 13.29% to 12 cents. Greenedge was down 0.86% to 39 cents. Hive was up 2.25 to $1.82. Hut 8 was up today 1.08% to 91 cents. Iris Energy was down 3.03 to $1.28. Marathon was up 4.6% to $4.09. Mawson was up today 2.63% to 39 cents. Riot was up 1.42% to $4.28. Soluna was down 0.8% to 37, and TeraWolf was down 6.08% to 68 cents. Let's take a look at the network hash rate really quick here on it, and let's refresh it. I think it changed over yet. So the 7-day has come down a little bit here to 264 million. If we look at the 1-hour or 1-day chart, we can see that that has come back up a little bit as well to 266. So we are still not anywhere near our peak here at 316 million, but we are starting to come back up on it. And if Bitcoin price continues to go up, I would expect that to go up as well. So miners will generate less if that does happen. Plus, a lot of the miners still have a lot of machines to get installed. That's going to, over time within in this quarter that I'm thinking, that will drive the network hash rate above the 316 previous high that we had here. Okay. So that is it for it. For the miners, stocks, or markets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, let's take a look at just what is the cost to mine one Bitcoin in Q3 for the miners. So here's all the data that I have on them for Q2 and Q3. So we're going to do a little comparison between the numbers here. Let me zoom this in maybe a little. Oh, I think this is okay. You guys can probably see this. But we're going to take a look at the Q3 numbers here really quick. So, and this is based on their quarterly results. So some of the companies that didn't provide here are DMG, Argo, and Iris. They're excluded from this list because they didn't provide their Q3 numbers. I don't know when they're going to report on those. I think Argo is not going to report until the end of the year, or not the end of this year, but their end of the year, possibly within the next month and a half. And they're not doing the quarterly results because they are based in England. And I think Iris is based in Australia, so I think they're also on a semi-annual basis that they have to report on instead of the quarterly. But DMG, I'm surprised that they haven't reported it yet. Okay, so CleanSpark mined 1,227 Bitcoins in Q3. Their cost was 9.9 million roughly reported. So if we look at their number here, we can take a look at where that's coming from. And that's coming from their cost of revenue, exclusive of depreciation and amortization shown below. Some of these miners include more junk in this than others. Some keep it pretty straightforward. So those are based on the numbers that we do have from all of the miners. So if they put a bunch of crap in there, it's going to be reflected in their cost to mine BTC, basically, okay? So their cost to mine BTC was at 8,124. Hive mined 1,380 BTC, but their cost was 13.6 million. So they are at 9.8 million per, not million, 9.8 thousand per BTC. Bitfarms was 1,515 BTC. Their cost was 15.4 million. They are at 10.2 thousand. Riot was at 1,047 BTC mined, and their cost was 14.6 million. So they are at 14,000 right now. Sphere came in at 36 BTC. Their cost was 553,000. Their cost is at 15,101. BitDigital came in at 429 BTC mined. Their cost was 6.5 million. They are at 15.149 thousand. And DigiHost came in at 201 BTC mined. Their cost was 3.2 million, and their cost is 15.9 thousand. Soluna came in at 253 BTC mined. Cost was 4.1 million, and their cost is 16.1, almost 16.2 thousand per Bitcoin. Greenedge was 866 BTC. Their cost was 14.6 million, and their cost is 16.9 thousand per Bitcoin. Hut 8 was at 982 Bitcoins, 20.2 million in, for cost, and their cost is 20.6 thousand, sorry. And the Marathon was a 616 BTC. Their cost was 13.7 million, but their cost to mine one Bitcoin was 22,347. Core Scientific mined the most here, 3,768. Their cost was way up there, 116 million. So their cost came in at 30.98 thousand per Bitcoin. TeraWolf, 117 Bitcoin, cost was 5.1, almost 5.2 million. And their cost per Bitcoin was 44.2 thousand. And then Mawson finally came in at 282. And their cost was reported at 18.1, almost 18.2. Their cost came in at 64.4 thousand per BTC. And you can see the chart here. So for Q3, the winner came in at number one spot was CleanSpark, followed by Hive, Bitfarms, Riot, and Sphere 3D. And then finishing out the top 10 was BitDigital, DigiHost, Soluna, and Greenedge, along with Hut 8. Marathon in the 11th spot, Core at the 12th spot, TeraWolf 13, Mawson at the 14th spot. So that's how it stacks up right now. Now, when we look at the Q2 versus Q3 numbers, we'll take a look at this really quick as well. And we'll call it a day, pretty easy video. So CleanSpark did improve from 10.7 down to 8.12. That was a good improvement for them. Hive also improved from 12.82 down to 9.89 thousand per Bitcoin from quarter over quarter, so that was good. Bitfarms actually went up quite a bit here from 7.6 to almost 10,000. Riot also went up from 12.9 to 14,000. Sphere went down from 16.6, almost 16.7 down to 15, so that was good. BitDigital also improved from 18.17 to 15. That's great. DigiHost had a huge increase here for some reason. 8.66 up to 15.94 thousand per Bitcoin. Soluna was pretty close to where they were at 15.49 to 16.2, not a huge jump there. Greenedge did improve from 18.75 to down to 16.95. And then Hut 8 also improved from 28.31 down to 20.64. So that was good to see. Marathon also improved a little bit here from 23.6 thousand to 22.35. And then Core Scientific got worse from 27.96 to 30.99, followed by TeraWolf, had a huge increase from 12.79 thousand to 44,286. And then Mawson also 29,700 730,000 to 64,480. I'm not sure why these two guys over here had such a huge number. Might be because, I don't know if that's going to be reflected in the Q3 numbers. Mawson sold a facility and some miners to CleanSpark. TeraWulf is still growing. That might be reason for that one, why that's gone up substantially. As they've been trying to get miners installed, I think that might have been the reason for it. But we'll see if that can get improved in Q4 results, which should be released in the next, 5 to 6 weeks, I'm guessing, if that does work out that way. And then we'll report on this again when that does actually happen. So interesting to see here how these all stacked up based on the numbers here in Q2. If we look at the Q2 numbers on that one, let's see who came in first in Q2. So it's sort ascending. So Bitfarms actually came in number one in Q2, followed by DigiHost, then CleanSpark, TeraWulf, Hive, Riot, Soluna, Sphere 3D, BitDigital, Greenidge, Marathon, Core, Hut 8, and then Mawson came in last here. And Mawson came in second to last this time. Oh, no, came in last again. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think of the numbers here. It would be nice for the miners just to provide the information as far as the electrical cost, overhead for those facilities that are operating, and not including a bunch of crap in those numbers as well. So I think some of these that are higher up here might be a little bit skewed with having a bunch of stuff included in them that definitely weighs them down on it. So maybe based on this, they will think twice and maybe report it separately. That would make it a lot easier for us to figure out what is their cost to mine Bitcoin and then how profitable are they or are they not. So also at the current price of Bitcoin at 16,500, it would appear to me, let's see, take a look at this again, ascending. It would appear to me that most of these miners are still profitable with the exception of the last 5 here, which includes Hut, Marathon, Core, TeraWulf, and Mawson. We're at 16,900 right now in Bitcoin. So, I mean, Greenidge barely squeaks in on that. But other than that, Soluna, DigiHost, BitDigital, Sphere, Riot, Bitfarms, Hive, and CleanSpark are profitable right now with the Bitcoin price being where it's at. Okay, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought of it, and we'll see what we can cover in tomorrow's video. I think tomorrow we'll do the Bitcoin versus the miners for the week, see how they did. I think it's going to be a pretty good week, but we'll see, and we'll see what else we can come up with for Sunday video. Other than that, I just finished up recording Hut 8 video for their December production update. That was bad. BitDigital also wasn't good, and then we had DMG, which was actually pretty good. So you guys can check out those videos. Those are already published and live. This one will probably go live here at about, I'm guessing right now, well, probably in about the next 2 hours it'll go live. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Spreadsheet is always available to my Patreon members. Thank you to everyone there. Thank you to you guys watching. Love you all. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next one.